Aries, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 10th through the 16th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see. Aries. Cosmo. Let's not make a mess. Let's see what you got. Well, you got your intuition, the overall energy for the reading, the High Priestess. Your intuition is definitely kicking in. Let's see if you're listening to it. In the recent past, the Page of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups. Okay, something's going on here with somebody. From what you're telling me, is something not necessarily the greatest. I mean, I see good times, but I see not so good times. But like, you're taking it at face value. You're like, okay, well, it is what it is. So it's, in other words, you're kind of giving me a sense of it's not affecting me that much. It's okay. You know, it's okay. Okay. Now, in the current situation, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Five of Swords. You're still trying to pretend unbothered, but it affects you more than meets the eye by the looks of it. Something does. I'm not sure if we're talking about the same situation or something else, but there's definitely a sense of, I see you kind of coming up here and saying, oh my God, everything's awesome, everything's great, while something's on your mind big time, something's stressing the hell out of you. So it's almost like putting up a face. And I'm not sure you're realizing that. It's almost like something that's instilled within you. Like even when the shit hits the fan, you still gotta put up that face, and it's like, no, you don't. You know, but in this case, you do. Okay. In the immediate future, the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. This kind of sounds a little bit like here I go again on my own type of a thing. I think it's not a permanent type of a solution to something, but you're definitely taking some distance from something. And it feels right. I almost see you counting the steps, being like, okay, 10 steps enough? Nah, let's do 5 more. And then 15 steps? Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Yeah, maybe that would help with stressing about whatever. But let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the High Priestess. The Eight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Six of Wands. Okay, you keep up this high spirit to you. This I see you going through something, which may not be the worst thing in your life, but it's something, right? And you keep on, again, putting up this face like, showing up for things, and just, you know, if somebody's down, you're going to be there and be like, okay, no, everything's, you know, so you still kind of show up. It is coming from your intuition, though. So it's not that you're pretending that, oh, I'm not going through shit, but others are, so let me show up for that. No, it's not that. It's instinct. It's, because you apply this especially to others' problems. But in a way, it kind of takes away from yours or something. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'll leave you alone with that one because it's a nice energy. It is masking something of yours, though. But again, I'll leave you alone for now. We'll get there in a minute. Let's do the Page of Swords. For the Page of Swords in the recent past, you get the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, the Death card. Ooh, that's why it wasn't affecting you much, because you already made up your mind about the situation. You know, even if it was showing up sometimes good, sometimes not so good, you were kind of done with it. From what you're showing me here, like deep down at your core, you're like, well, I'm done. It's not going to affect me much if I'm done with it, right? Okay. Let's do the Five of Cups. Oh, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Fool. You know, when things weren't necessarily... What is going on there? I don't understand. Okay. When things weren't necessarily the greatest, yeah, you were feeling it, but you always found a way to come back out of it, to the surface, to be like, okay, you know what, fuck it. It is what it is. It's not working in the greatest way. I made up my mind about this. I know what's up, so I'm not going to let it affect me much. So that's why you're showing up as not affected a lot, you know, by what was going on. In the moment, yeah, you felt the heaviness. You felt, oh my God, this sucks, you know. But, like, you came through that pretty fast. You do got this to your nature. Like, you're lifting up your energies pretty fast, usually. For the Three of Cups in the recent past, you get the Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, and then you established, hey, let's just go with the flow. Let's see where things are going. According to the energy you're carrying, they were heading south. And I feel like you kind of allowed for that to happen. And then it's like, okay, let's take things as they come, as they head in the direction of south. There is no... there are times, though, there where I see you kind of... When things, especially when things go quite okay, you're like, oh, okay, maybe there is a little hope. And then it's like, no. You know? So, I see you going through a lot of stuff pretty fast there. From one thing to another. From one extreme to another, almost. For the Eight of Swords in the current situation, the Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Wands, you got this way to you of, you know, kicking it back up. So the good part about these energies that are stressing you out or whatever's going on, that are getting to you, by the way, in the past there you're saying no. In the current situation, you can say whatever you want. I can see them getting to you. But you do have a way of bouncing back up. Either you engage with something that's... It looks like some work or something you're working on. Something that would keep you or bring you immediately in the present moment. Like, okay, I need to focus on this. Let's do this. And that works for you. It bounces you right back up. So you might spend a little more time in these concerns about what's going on, but when you remember, it's like, okay, I know a way, you know, and you bounce back up. For the Page of Wands in the current situation, you get the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of healing going on for you currently. I mean... It's starting to show, you're starting to see it, you're starting to acknowledge, and it's starting to help with the situation. Because whatever was going on there in the past, I feel like it got amplified a little bit. Or, not necessarily it got amplified, but in the way that it affects you, it got amplified. Where you're feeling it a little rougher. But given that there's a lot of healing at play, and there's been a lot of healing at play on your end, it's starting to show, you're starting to feel that, and you've developed methods of bringing yourself back into balance way faster than you have before, you know? Yeah, it kind of surprises you when it gets you into that place of overthinking and super stressed out about it, but then you're like, yeah, okay, I know what to do about it, you know? So it's like you're bouncing back and forth here between balance and let's stress the hell out of this, but at the same time trying to keep up with the facade of, hey, everything's okay, you know? For the Five of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Four of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. It upsets you more than you're letting on. Whatever's going on within this, there is a soul connection here. It upsets you, it disappoints you. That things are not even, that things are not working out. So overall, the energy of you kind of under the surface is you being upset and disappointed in this. You know? But again, you're not necessarily revealing that. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's a self-preservation thing that was taught from you to you. But it's not necessarily helpful at times, you know. For the Nine of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the Ten of Swords, the Devil, the Five of Swords. Holy crap! What is going on here? Things are going south. They're almost at the south border there. And the closer they get to the southern point there, the uglier they get. You keep it steady. Again, right now you're practicing between let's keep it steady and let's overthink. Let's keep it steady, let's overthink. By the time they get there, when it gets really ugly, you're steady on your feet. You're like, okay, tornado's coming? No worries, I got this, you know? Ooh, things are getting ugly. And then I don't know. If they get even uglier than this, I kind of see you just turning your back altogether, being like, you know what, fuck this shit. Six of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords. Yeah. If you, again, pull in this energy of putting yourself first and your needs first, when they get that ugly, you're probably gonna get to that point of fuck this shit and turning your back to it. I don't see you necessarily going far away from it completely, but definitely putting some distance between you and the shit show here. Let's do the Six of Pentacles. In the immediate future, you get the King of Wands, the Empress, the Two of Wands. And you'll stay there at a distance. You'll stay there, for sure. Because it feels good. You know, this distance feels good to you. You feel like you're starting to step into your power more and more each day. So the distance that you're creating here between you and probably someone or the shit show that's going to be created here definitely creates some sort of space for you to put yourself back on your feet all, like, completely. It gives you that opportunity, and you're doing exactly that. And you're keeping that safe space. You make it almost your mission to... Like, if you see this energy coming closer to you, you're either going to take another step back or tell it firmly, like, no, do not come any closer, you know? Okay. You got this. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Fool. There's something cooking, something nice here. There's an energy exchange that I see going on here for you. Now, I'm not sure if it has to do with this situation or something else altogether, because it's kind of coming through as general. But it's almost looking like something new that's starting up, that's just coming together, and you feel super excited about it. So whatever this is, no, I don't think it has to do with the situation, actually, because while the cards are on the situation, I kind of see it to the side of the situation. So I think it's something else, something new, something that might be shaping up, starting to, and you feel all like, yay, let's do this, you know? I'm in. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.